Well, hello everybody. This is Douglas Allen Frazier with By My Spirit, sitting at breakfast. Actually just finished my breakfast here at the Green Tree Resorts in Chennai, India. I arrived last night at about 9 o'clock after I got all my baggage. I think my bag was near the last bag to come out of the plane from Dubai. But it all came here, and we're just thankful for it because it was also carrying some gifts that I'm bringing to another ministry over in Kerala, to Pastor Sam Daniel John, which I'll be going to next week. But anyway, I just wanted to share with you that I'm here. I'm here in India, my 19th trip since 2004. And if you have been following my ministry for any time at all, you know that this is where God called me, without a doubt. And I'll just have to share this with you this morning. I know all of us have certain aches and pains that we feel, perhaps different times of the day, getting up, etc. But I can tell you, as I have gotten older, there's certain aches and pains and things that take place in my body, and I don't really get too concerned about them because I've learned how to know that God is telling me something about the process of aging, but He's also protecting me. He's protected my body for years. But let me just share this with you. I know for a fact that this is where God has called me. And I expected this. I expected this as I was sitting in Dubai yesterday, as I was sitting waiting for my next plane here to India to arrive in Chennai after leaving Dubai. That kind of rhymes, but anyway. I said, Lord, I know that there's something special that you have for me when I come, because it seems like a lot of the aches and pains that I feel when I'm at our home in Texas, when I come to India, they all go away. Because you have a way of supernaturally just preparing my body for the things that need to be done. You have a way of supernaturally using the prayers that I pray out to touch people. And on this trip, it has been prophesied over me that going out this trip was going to be totally different from the standpoint if there will be even greater healings. There will be even changes in the atmosphere that take place. And you see, I received that. I believe that. And the first place it took place is just even in my own body. I feel changes that have taken place. I don't have a picture of the bed that I sleep on, but you listening to this, if you're in the U.S. or a lot of Western countries, you have a very, I'll just say, a thick mattress. It's nice and plushy. You might have, some of these real expensive memory foam beds and all this kind of stuff. And I have a nice bed at home. But I'll tell you what, that 4-inch mattress that I sleep on, that has no springs, that sits on top of a plywood board, feels so good. There's no aches and pains in my back or in my body, in my legs at all. And I woke up just totally refreshed this morning. And you see, I'm expecting some great things to happen. And I share this with you. Expect God to do some great things in your life. Make declarations of thanking God for what He is going to bring into your life day by day. Don't let the time pass where you have the opportunity to thank God for the victories that He'll bring in your life. Maybe there's a healing in your life that needs to take place. I think of my own wife and just how I have prayed over her for years, that God would just supernaturally touch her body, keep it strong, let no harm come to it from dealing with a medical condition that has virtually no man-made healing that is permanent. But I have seen the life of my wife strengthened day by day in the prayers that we both share for her strength, for her renewal. So I'm praying over you that are listening today. If there is anything that you need in your life, God is going to supply it today. Look for it. Look for things that you have been looking for in the past that are going to come forth even today. Whether it is a financial need, a physical need, a healing need. And I would just add this. I believe it was on Saturday that one of our dear friends gave us a call and said that her roommate had been missing. She should have been home, but she wasn't. And as it found out, this lady had had a stroke and was wandering around the town. And finally, a policeman picked her up and took her to a hospital. It confirmed she'd had a stroke. It was pretty serious because they had to move her to another hospital. And with the looks of the doctor, they said she has 72 hours. She has 72 hours in which this will either turn around or it won't, and she'll die. So there immediately went up prayers that God's healing will would be done in this woman's life. And I will testify to you today, she has passed through that 72-hour period. She has made improvements in movements of parts of her body that were not expected. And you see, we expected God to do something in this woman's life because we know that we serve a God of healing, a God of healing, a God of love, a God of power, a God that listens to our voice when we call out to Him in faith. You've heard it said that if you have the faith of a mustard seed, that smallest of all seeds, you can literally move mountains. Well, what is the mountain? What is the mountain that you have in your life today that needs to be moved? It needs to be cast into the sea if you read the rest of the scripture. So I'm praying right now, Lord, those mountains that need to be cast into the sea by those who are listening to this broadcast, if they will release their faith, and put it into your hands and declare that it is your will, Lord, it is thy will that is being done on earth just as it is in heaven. This is Douglas Allen Frazier with a message to you for today from Chennai, India, at the Green Tree Resort. There will be more to follow. We love you. Thank you for praying for me as I'll be gone for the next 2 weeks, returning back to my home and going to Global Spheres, Glory of Zion, getting ready for the Passover. So let this be a time of preparation in your life to release even greater faith, just as it was released in obedience at the first and every Passover ever since. God bless you all.